It was supposed to be a normal day. Fourth period, history class. The worst kind of boring, the kind that made your head nod before you even realized it. The rain drizzled outside, the fluorescent lights hummed, and our teacher, Mr. Carter, droned on about World War II. Then the intercom crackled to life. At first, it was just static. Then a voice, shaky, urgent. "Teachers, this is not a drill. Lock your doors, now." For a second, nobody moved. Then chaos. Mr. Carter's face went pale. He rushed to the door, slamming it shut and fumbling with the lock. The blinds came down. The lights went off. We were suddenly trapped in the dark. Nobody spoke. The air was thick with confusion and fear. Some kids thought it was a prank. Some whispered nervously. But I knew this wasn't like the lockdown drills we had practiced. This was real. Minutes passed, feeling like hours. Then, the first noise. A loud bang echoed from somewhere in the hallway. Not a gunshot. Something else. Like metal crashing against the floor. Then, footsteps. Not hurried, not running. Slow, deliberate, heavy. Someone, or something, was walking the halls. A girl in the back whimpered. Mr. Carter shushed her with a trembling finger to his lips. Then came the knocking. 3 slow knocks. Right outside our door. The entire class held its breath. Someone was standing just outside room 105. Then, a voice. Not over the intercom. Not a teacher. A man. "I know you're in there." The voice was low, guttural, almost amused. "I see you." The door handle rattled. I could see the silhouette of shoes in the gap under the door, black boots, standing completely still. Then, scratching. Long, slow scraping noises against the wood. Someone was dragging something down the length of the door. A blade? Fingernails? I didn't want to know. Then the voice spoke again. "I'm coming in." A girl in the front started crying. Mr. Carter put a shaking hand on her shoulder, whispering for her to be quiet. We weren't safe. Then, the lock clicked. Someone was unlocking the door from the outside. I saw Mr. Carter's expression shift from fear to pure terror. He lunged for the door, twisting the lock shut just as it began to open. Slam! Something hit the door hard, rattling it in its frame. Mr. Carter threw his weight against it, locking it just in time. The footsteps moved away. Silence, but not true silence. I could still hear it. The breathing. Deep, slow, raspy breathing. Just on the other side of the door. Then, in the distance, a scream. A single, high-pitched scream that was abruptly cut off. I felt my stomach drop. Who else was out there? Was it another student, a teacher, or was it something else? Mr. Carter reached for his phone, his fingers trembling as he tried to dial for help. Then, the lights flickered back on. The intercom crackled. A different voice this time. "The intruder is no longer in the building. The lockdown is over." Nobody moved. Nobody dared. Had they caught him? Or had he just left? The door remained locked. We waited, silent and shaking, until the principal himself came to unlock the door. I ran out first, my heart pounding in my ears. The hallway was empty, but something wasn't right. A trail of wet footprints led from our door, bare footprints dragging across the linoleum floor, and smeared across the wall in something dark and thick were 4 words. "I saw you too."